going today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How's the pregnancy going?
Yeah, really well.
Good. And baby's moving around lots?
Yeah, lots of movements, especially at night time.
Good. That's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing well. I just have a few routine questions for you to start with, ones that you've heard 100 times before.
Yeah.
So any irritation while urinating?
None.
No? Good. Any swelling in your hands or feet?
I've just noticed a little bit in my feet, but usually that's after a long day of work.
Oh, okay. All right. So maybe just when you get home, popping your feet up on the couch, up on a pillow, just elevate them.
Okay.
That'll help reduce the swelling.
Okay.
Now, I did have a few questions. Did you have any more thought about the smoking topic that we talked about?
Look, I remember talking about it last week, and I hadn't really thought of any of it up until last week.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I suppose I do have a few questions about it.
Yeah, sure. What questions do you have?
So I know that smoking is bad for myself, but I wanted to know, how does it affect the baby?
Right, okay. So smoking during pregnancy means it can cause risks such as preterm labour. So that means you'll have baby earlier than expected. And that can cause baby to have to go to the nursery, have some breathing support, and it might mean that when you get discharged from the hospital, baby won't get to go home with you, so they'll have to stay in hospital a bit longer.
Okay.
In terms of it affecting the baby's well-being, it can affect the baby's brain development, lung development, so it's not very good for you to smoke during the pregnancy.
Okay. Well, so a couple of my friends, they smoked during their pregnancy, and their baby turned out fine. So what's the chances?
Look, I can't give you chances as in percentage of how well your baby will turn out, but just because their babies were well and healthy when they were born doesn't necessarily mean that your baby will be well and healthy. So to try and aim for the best outcome for you and your baby, we try and reduce or quit completely the smoking out of the pregnancy.
Okay.
If we can.
So I'm smoking about 3 to 7 cigarettes a day, and usually it's at work.
Okay.
So what would kind of be the goal?
So that depends on what you think you can do. So if you think that, 4 to 7, did you just say? Yeah. So if we try and cut down to just 4 a day, starting from now, then that'll really help outcome for baby. Do you think that's an achievable goal though?
Yes. I mean, I notice that I smoke more when I'm stressed,
Mm-hmm.
and work has a lot of stress for me as well.
Yeah.
But
all right. So maybe, and you smoke during work hours as well, I'm assuming then?
yeah.
Yeah. So then maybe with work, if we can try and reduce to maybe 1 cigarette a day during work hours, and then you can save the other 3 for morning or afternoon, or if you can only smoke 3 a day, that'll be good. But if we make 4 the limit, then you can decide when in that day you have those 4. I did have one question though. Do you plan on breastfeeding baby?
Yeah, that was going to be my next question.
Okay.
So if I do stop smoking now, what does that mean for later? Like, can I go back to it, or will it affect with the breastfeeding?
So it'll be better if you didn't go back to it, but if you did end up smoking once you've had the baby, the best thing to do when it comes to breastfeeding would be to breastfeed or to smoke after a breastfeed. So feed first, have a smoke afterwards. That way it reduces the amount of nicotine that baby gets.
Okay.
Also, when you're smoking around baby, try and do it outside or away. So don't do it inside the house, inside a car, or anywhere where the baby will be getting secondhand smoke.
Okay. And my partner also smokes.
Okay. All right. So maybe do you think they'll be on board with quitting as well, or reducing the amount of cigarettes that they have a day?
Maybe. I haven't really discussed it with him, but when I talk to my friends about it, they know that it's not good for pregnancy.
Yeah.
And they do often tell me to stop smoking, but it is often hard when my family smoke and my friends smoke and being in that environment. It
can be quite difficult because it's quite a social thing as well.
Yeah.
And you don't want to feel left out, everyone's smoking, or they all go outside and you're stuck inside. So I suppose the best thing to do with that situation would be, if you're with friends or family that smoke, maybe asking them beforehand to have a cigarette before they see you, so that the time that they're with you, they don't smoke at all, so it doesn't tempt you, and that way you're not around the secondhand smoke. And I suppose it would just be better for your family and friends if they quit down on the smoking too.
Okay. So just to clarify, I'm going to try and cut down to 4 cigarettes a day.
Yeah. So if you can, 4 cigarettes a day. Then the next time you come in for your next appointment, what we'll do is we'll revise and see if that was an achievable goal. If it wasn't, then we'll have a look and see why it wasn't achievable. So what days you were having more and why you were having more, what were the factors, whether it was work or you being around people that smoke.
Yep.
And then if it was achievable and you think we can cut down to 2 or 3, then we can do that as well.
Okay, cool.
Did you have any more questions on the smoking topic?
No, I think that's it.
Good. All right. Are you happy for me to take your blood pressure and listen to baby?
Yeah, sure.